Hi, I'm someone who's really bad at Elden Ring, and I want to share the strategies I use that make beating Midra, Lord of Frenzied Flame, relatively easy even if you're like me and you're terrible at this game. This is an example where I used the Boss Arena mod in my bad at Elden Ring build to beat Midra 5 times in a row without dying. Links to both those in the description below. Midra is pretty hard. I wouldn't say he gives me trouble, but it's definitely more stressful than a lot of the other bosses for me, just because he can take off huge chunks of health with the madness procs and stuff like that. So you do have to pay a little bit of attention here rather than just mindlessly spamming buttons like you can with a lot of the other bosses. But with our good old friend the Mimic Tier and Golden Land, he's not that bad, and I'll show you how to take care of him here. So I have the level 160 version of my bad at Elden Ring build up on the screen here. The main differences from what I normally use is that instead of the standard like Black Flame's protection body buff, we have the Flame Protect Me body buff in there because Midra does a lot of fire damage. For gearing on the main hand grade stars, we have it Sacred Infused with Peripheral Strike. That's for the Mimic Tier. On the offhand, we also have it Sacred Infused but with Golden Land. That's what we'll be attacking with. And then the 4th Talisman slot, we have the strongest version of the Flame Drake Talisman to protect us from Midra's attacks. Then in the Physic Flask, we have the standard Opaline Hard tier and the Holy Shot and Crack tier to boost the attacks with Golden Land. So we're going to buff up outside the Fog Gate. We're going to use a Rune Arc to activate Radahn's Great Rune. Going to cast Blessing of the Erdtree, Flame Protect Me, and Golden Vow. Then we're going to drink a blue flask, our Physic Flask, and walk through the gate. And note that we have both great stars out here. Then we're going to quickly kill the old man with a jumping L1 and 2 follow-up L1s. If you don't hit perfectly on the jumping L1, you might need one more L1 to take him out, but pretty straightforward. As soon as the cinematic is over, summon the Mimic Tier and drink a red flask. Going to equip the Godslayer's Seal and the Black Knife just to get ready to attack our standard debuff attacks at the beginning of a fight. But essentially we're going to wait for an opening for the Mimic Tier to hit Midra so that we can cast both of those. As soon as an opening presents itself, we're going to attack with Blade of Death and Black Blade to debuff the max health. Then we're going to switch to the offhand Great Stars and two-hand it and start attacking with Golden Land. This fight is a lot more difficult than Midra, even though we're mainly going to be spamming Golden Land. You do need to keep an eye on your health. You do need to keep an eye on your blue bar and fill those up as necessary. When a phase change starts to happen and he goes up in the air, good opportunity to drink one flask then, preferably a blue flask. Then when he lands, if you fail to dodge the attack, there's a little bit of a window where you can drink a red flask. I kind of just do a lot of panic rolling to avoid attacks when he comes at me. I don't have any timing down, I just, mash the dodge button and it's good enough. But it's, continue attacking with Golden Land and eventually he'll go down. So yeah, a little bit harder than some of the other bosses in Shadow of the Erdtree, at least for this character, but not too bad overall. The Madness procs can take a huge chunk of your health at once, so make sure you stay well above half health for the majority of this fight. While it's easiest if Midra stays far away with Golden Land, keep blasting away even if he gets close, because you can get stance breaks where you can either opt for the crit or just keep blasting away with Golden Land. Either works. So feel free to continue watching me do this a few more times in a row. 5 total, just to show that this is kind of a repeatable methodology to use against Midra. I hope this was helpful to some of you. Thanks for watching, and bye.
depths. Depths. Depths.